Omnibus Friday, episode 6. Green Arrow. Show it. Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunter Saga, Omnibus Volume 2. Well, it's actually... No, I was right. It's a bit of a mouthful. This is otherwise known as Green Arrow by Mike Grail, Omnibus Volume 2. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty damn thick omnibus. It's about the size as Volume 1. I'm going to do a little size comparison because I did already show off Volume 1, so hopefully YouTube doesn't get the wrong thumbnail. Let's see. I'm going to do it myself. I can't do it. Can't hold both up at the same time. It looks like Volume, about the same size. I know one of them is 1,500 pages, and I believe it's the Green Arrow Volume 1. It's 1,500 pages. One of the thickest DC omnibuses of all time. I think the only one in comparison is, I believe, Green Lantern Core Omnibus. That most recent omnibus is thicker, but I don't know. It's a nighttime video, but I forgot to do it today. Because I wanted to record each day, but of course it's gonna be uploaded on Friday. I'm recording on Sunday, so as of this recording, I've not done my Monday live stream yet. I go over all the comics I got in the last few months, all at once. Alright, so this is, yet again, does it say it? It doesn't. It has to, though. No, it does. It's DC Black Label, which does mean older audiences. So it said suggested for mature readers. I don't see where it says it right here. But this is the conclusion of Mike Grail's Green Arrow run. Now, the nice thing here is that it does collect. It doesn't just collect like, oh, Green Arrow 50 to 100 or whatever, and some annuals. No, there's actually some stuff in here that I believe has never been collected before. Until this omnibus, anyways. Now, a little backstory to when I got this book, why I got this book. Well, I had Volume 1, and I was like, let's get Volume 2. Now, I had paid a pretty penny for, it was a gift, it's a Christmas gift, but I paid a pretty penny for this gift. It was $141 when I got it. I wanted to get it right away. It was actually a pre-order, because it didn't even come out on Christmas. It was the day after Christmas that came in. Just make sure the brightness, that's why it looks so dark. There we go, that's much better. My brightness was down. It's like, why is it so dark? No, that's why. But anyways, so I gotten this for Christmas. It was the day after Christmas, a few days after Christmas, a few years ago, and yeah, still not read it, and it was just one of those things where I was kind of annoyed about it because it was so expensive. Yeah, you could say, oh, go to cheap graphic novels, but I don't want to. I had a really bad experience with them. The first and only time I've ever bought from them. And yeah, it was 2021. We were still in the pandemic, kind of, sort of, but it's one of those things where you had to. I feel like both parties had to think. It's one of those things where I'm like, you could have done 10 different things, I feel. And I think they were trying. It's just, I don't blame cheap graphic novels, but I also will never buy from them ever again. Even now. But let's go with what it collects. And I don't get, I don't get, I think all the time, I don't get omnibuses that often anymore. In fact, the last omnibus I got was the Superman Exiles omnibus. That was last year, so it's, unless you count actually that was still last year, unless you count the Boys omnibus. I'm about to get one from Image Comics if I'm able to, I'm planning on getting one for Image. That's an omnibus technically, but even then it's a cheaper omnibus. All right. At least cheaper than this guy is. Okay, so it's 2021 when I got it. That's Christmas of 2021. So originally published in single magazine form as The Brave and the Bold 1 through 6, Green Arrow 51 to 80, Green Arrow 2016 series, the covers, because Mike Grell is also an artist, 18 to 42, Green Arrow 80th Anniversary 100-page Super Spectacular #1, Green Arrow Annual 4 through 6, Green Arrow Longbow Hunter Saga. Oh, and why it says that? Why does it say Volume 1? You always don't collect what's in there. The Wonder Year 1 through 4, The New Teen Titans 33, Shado Song of the Dragon 1 through 4, Who's Who, The Definitive directory of the DC Universe 9, Who's Who in the DC Universe 14. Now, Who's Who was a stupid bullshit thing. I don't understand it. Like, why do we have an omnibus of... There's a lot of covers here. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's not even, like... let's see if I can find it. You would think they would have it at the end. If I can't find it, I won't. Basically, it was like the Marvel Handbook. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it was basically a Wikipedia article they put in, because they didn't have Wikipedia back then. It was basically a Wikipedia article with pictures, which actually is still a Wikipedia article. It's exactly like a Wikipedia article that was put into, like, comic book form. And it told you all what you need to know about the characters. The thing about that was, it was back in the 80s. You know, they did that back in the 80s when there was no internet to look up that shit. So, like, on a playground, when you guys were like, oh, Wolverine has it's actually, he got his bone claws in issue 444. And then your friend says, no, he got them in 344. So you got the little handbook, like, actually, it was 350. We're both wrong. You know, one of those things. But why do we need omnibuses of that? That's the one thing. And you know, that's I know it's nostalgia for people. Like, if they made a what would they make of, like, for me, for it to be nostalgic for me? Maybe if they repurposed the SpongeBob VHS I had a long time ago, like, even then. I will admit, I've been sort of inclined to get those Simpsons DVDs that were just, like, random episodes. They like one for Christmas, they had some for Halloween. I have been inclined to get some of those. It's kind of like the same thing for me, where it's like, I have this already, I don't need it again. And for them, it's not that, it's nostalgic. Even that's not nostalgic, that's just me getting something that's weird. But it's kind of in the same vein of that. I understand why people want that, but it's more like, we don't have this omnibus, but we have this omnibus, really? It's not even a story, it's just told you about what the character was about. And even then, I just never got that. So that's what it collects. At the back, you get a bunch of covers. I'm just going to show this one. How about that? I thought I accidentally hit the turn off video thing. Here, let's do that. It's very hard for me to hold this omnibus. And I'll do here, too. So I got some covers. And they had a Teen Titans issue in here that I believe I listed off. And going through the table of contents, I didn't see Teen Titans. I did that a bunch of times. So I guess there just is none. It might just be a cover. Maybe he appeared in the cover and it was done by Mike Grail. So it's like, oh, Green Arrow's on the cover of Teen Titans. Let's include that cover. And the Omnibus. The cover was done by Mike Grail and Green Arrow, Mike Grail. But I don't know. And it does have, what I did like, is that it did have the 100-page Super Spectacular. And if I'm not wrong, didn't it get delayed? Weren't we supposed to get that book way before we got it in December of 2021? We're supposed to, I don't know how long ago it was. Before, like, I don't know if it was like November, got pushed back a month. But I wonder if they did that because of the fact that they had to include that 100-page Super Spectacular. Because that hadn't come out when the first Omnibus came out, you know. But that, as I say, is that's, here, let's see when the first Omnibus came out. I just want to see what year. And it's also what they said, and what it collects is the Green Arrow Omnibus Volume 1. Like, no, you don't do that. I don't know if it was just a misprint or what. Maybe it's telling you that. Alright, so when this come out? Oh, great, they're doing that. 2020. Just a year later. That's what I like for omnibuses. I hate when we're doing this for Avengers right now. The Silver Age Classics Avengers run. They're doing it like 2 a month. They had like, I think it was like almost 3 a month for one. It was like 2 in August, and it was like within a week from one another. And then, no, actually it started in July. So that's why I don't want to get omnibuses. It's just like, it's for me, I'm a completist too. So if, like, even if I had the first, like, all the omnibuses of Spider-Man that are out for, like, even for, like, the Roger Stern one, like, yeah, I'm glad I have that, but it's not all of Spider-Man. I know it's impossible to get that. And I think I've just kind of gotten into that, like, that mood that I'm in for right now for, like, Image Comics, where, for the most part, you can get all the collected editions of a series. Even Spawn, technically you can, of the main series, that is, at least. There's 50,000 spin-offs. If you guys want to know why I'm not into Spawn, why I'm not, like, collecting Spawn right now, that's why. It's 50,000 spin-offs. I'd never feel completed. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably just be a collector of the compendiums, because those are pretty thick and are kind of nice on my shelf, a lot of shelf space. And I'm trying to get at least. I have a complete, like one complete. It's getting the main shelves, and we add another shelf. Like we had like a barrier like at the end. We never had a like that like my thing right there. And it has an end piece. We didn't have that before, so the top shelf was always like you can't put any books on there. It's gonna fall right off. But now that we have that, technically I do have another row. But for the most part, I always counted it as the first three. That's all you had, and that's all image for one side at least. And at this point, I'm probably trying to get the whole shelf, the whole first shelf, just filled up with image. I know it's weird, but that's how I am. I kind of have to be for the most part because of the fact that I'm not complete. The fact that I don't have enough money to get and I think image is easier. Like independent publishers, collected editions at least, easier for me to get that because it's a series. I don't have to worry about them crossing over with this character or anything like that, or I'm getting into this run when it's it's issue 1 of this series. It's not actually issue 1, and sometimes you even get to the point where you're like, oh, this isn't even issue 1 of this run. This is Jing Lun Yang issue. This is actually what happened. Issue 1 is Shang-Chi. Like, I was like, 2022? That wasn't his first issue on Shang-Chi. That was like 2018, I think. And it's a new number 1 with the same creative team. I know I have I do have resources where I could check out where to start with reading these characters, and I will do that. I have done that, but it's not the point. It's not the only thing keeping me back from doing that. It's one of those things. And for library and if for single issues, I will get whatever. I'm not getting Image comics exclusively for all mediums. And of course, I have a bunch of omnibuses to read too, and back issues that I own. But for right now, I'm even getting new issues of books. It's too expensive, even for a series I'm into right now. I just wait till the trade comes out, or just when something is killing the children, just accept the fact that I probably will never get the whole entire series, and maybe I'll wait till if I'm lucky enough, I'll get a they'll have a sale and I'll get them digitally. But that says that I've prattled on for long enough. I think half this video was actually what it meant to be, and I was just half was prattling. But that's it.